Alright everybody, welcome everybody, here's a Strategy Wolf. Welcome back to my Twitch session, where I'm currently quite alone, but it's not a big deal. I'm still having fun here with Pentiment, and we are here with Andreas Mahler in Pirsau or Tassing, I didn't really follow it. Somewhere in Bavaria, next to an abbey, and we're here in the house of the Gärtners, and yeah, we just talked to this ill Peter out here. Yeah, we're trying on our way to work, basically. And yeah, just I don't know more than much right now, apart from it's a fascinating game from its appearance. And let's check out what's going to happen. So Peter, we try to no, Peter, no, he doesn't say anything. Okay, get in the house. There was nothing to do, so let's keep on walking. Big York. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big York. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest a bit. Dad's still in the fields. He's the brother, okay. He hit a big rock with the plow and it took me, Lord who knows how long to pull it out. Why is Lord in this? What's here Percha normally? Interesting. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Where else would I be going? Where else would I be going? Damn, Andreas, I don't know. Just making conversation. Yeah. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your Wanderjahre before you came to Tassing? Yeah, Wanderjahre is like for young craftsmen where they walk around and learn. Wandering years during which a journeyman, artist or craftsman travel far and wide to improve their skills. Sometimes I know stuff. Yeah, where did we? In Basel. Andreas knows some Italian, French, and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Okay. The Low Countries. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. I'm indecisive a little bit between the Low Countries since I also studied a bit in Ghent, so I have some reference to this, but also just like Italy a lot. And I think our Andreas, this cheeky, life-loving person, Italy just suits him quite well, I think. Yeah, he's a fancy man. He has been to Florence, Venice, and Milan. I think that's what we're gonna do. Press and hold to confirm your choice. Okay. Italy, Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Let's have a look what they say about those things. Milan, one of the largest cities in Europe. Milan was once a major city in the Italian peninsula before becoming part of the Spanish Habsburg Empire. It is an economic and cultural power due to its position along central routes. Then we've got Florence, home to the powerful Medici family who ruled the city for centuries. Florence is known for its artist patronage, hosting artists and thinkers including Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Botticelli, and Machiavelli. We've got Venice, is the remaining one of the most powerful republics on the Italian peninsula. Sitting on the northwest coast of the Adriatic Sea, Venice is a major center for commerce and art in southern Europe. By the way, guys, what I'm kind of, at the moment, I get quickly, no, that was, how do we zoom out again? Why? So maybe some of you feel like pausing and translate this to me. Etiam Andreas, this Andreas, later the Scriptor, laboravit, quondam erat artifa, who worked also as an artist, which eius universita doctrina dedit e proprias intelligentias multis vestigiis que invenerat, or whose university doctrine gave him the appropriate intelligence and vestigis. I thought this would be vests or like ways of styles or dresses in different ways, how to invent, and in Tassio at Here's Intassio, it's probably Intassing, where we are right now. At Kiersau Abitia, in the Abbey. Ah yeah, in the Tessau and Kiersau Abbey. At Trivium, at Quadrunium Errand. Okay, and over here it's getting too much for me, but I really like the artwork here. Wow, I'm excited. Andreas non expectandum ferre tacititum. Maybe I should try to do it actually. Maybe, I think this goes left to right. Did it change over the last? Maybe we should check more often if this changed. It's fascinating. Andreas non expectandum ferre tacititum abbas eius accuratorem cedis accusabat. Oh no, sorry guys. Another time. Well, we learned so much. Back to Big York with his simple German, or English in this case. Italy, no wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Are you kidding me? You're dull. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10-15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big York. What do you spend all the time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. What did we do? Hedonist. Yeah, I guess we were a hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's doing social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. I think this is quite nice. Craftsman, bookworm. Rapscallion, what's that? Pity schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fist fights. Oh, this was also cool. Or a businessman. And now I think he's not a hedonist, but also a little bit maybe in my roleplay. But for the background, I think we're gonna make him a rapscallion. Has penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fist fights. Getting into trouble. I got involved in a scheme or two, a bit of mischief, more than a few brawls. Street fighting is a sort of pastime on the Italian peninsula. Just a little fun, really. Sounds like a strange way to pass the time, Andreas. Did he always look that sad? Anyway, I have to get going. York, let's go! That's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later, Big York. Alright, town comments. Any more to say, Big York? Hey, Andreas, you say hello to the girls today? For sure. Eva and Clara. No, I mean chickens. Peter, James, and John. They like it when you stroke their back or give them a good scratch under the breast. You named your chickens after the apostles? Isn't that blasphemy? Oh, Big York. No, don't worry. I guess when you put it plain like that. But I hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witness greatest moments of glory and his darkest, witness Jesus and his darkest trials. Still, this is when he corrects something. Interesting. And I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with all around here. That makes perfect sense to me, Big York. You have much in common with Christ. Words of advice, don't mention that to anyone else, especially the father. Yeah, we don't want him to get in trouble, I guess. Well, maybe we want, we are rapscallion. No, okay, that makes perfect sense to me, Big York. You have much in common with Christ, let's see. You're making fun. It's fine, I get it. I'll just call them the girls from now on. I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them? Oh, we sell them to the Bauers. Clara says we need to extra money for taxes. Oh, shit. Anyway, I should get back to it. Until later, Andreas. Until then. And can we talk to Peter now? Sorry, I really want to check things in detail. Seems to be worth it. Nope. And we still cannot continue in this way. Okay, then let's go to the next area over here. Ton comments. Okay, now I want to check out if anything changed. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, was it? ATM, nope. No, it looks, at least at the moment, the chapter seems to be the same, okay. So we don't need to check every single time. And here we're in the... Okay, here we're in the farm. In the town. Let's check slowly from left to right maybe what's up to do. So here's a smith, okay. Andreas Schmied Smithy, okay. It's much smaller than the one he used at the Abbey, okay. Andreas Schmied, hello. Oh, Andreas, good timing. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? Oh yeah, of course. Wonderful, I've got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Yeah. Here, take the shoe and the tongues. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. Okay. A and D rotate, okay. Well. Good, next one. This is the kind of difficulty of minigame I can do. I hope it's not getting way harder. I mean, this is pretty easy. Short work. Lovely. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what it was thinking doing all of those at once. It's sure it would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Consider the apprentice, have you considered the child? Don't look at me, painting is hard enough. Yeah. Ha, that it is. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up the Abbey's guest house for dinner. Until then. Fancy people are up there. Okay, I can't move up there. How can I go this? Maybe with the mouse? No? Okay, but with the... Just trying with the keyboard, guys. With the keyboard it didn't really work that well. Before it was amazing, but... Veronica, Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What you want, I'm keeping an eye on them. It looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Ah, morning, Andreas, excuse us. One of the fence rails fell off and the sheep started hopping it. Is there something I can do to help? No, excuse me, I'll try to stay out of your way. Nah, come on, we don't have, we're helping the, with the sheep, we have to look fresh for work, we can't interact with the sheep too much. Thanks, it'll probably take an hour or two to track them all down at this rate, blood sacrament. An hour? Okay. Damn it, Veronica, that's what I say about blasphemy. Ah, okay, sorry mom. Oh look, there's something going up, or this Steyer's place. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Christ. So, okay, who's Clara? Peters and Clara's... Ah, and who's... Johann is this dude, okay, and who's Lucky? Knock two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind the stonemason's anger, okay? Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. Damn it, Martin, stay out of trouble for once. God damn it. What, Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course, see you later. Don't work too hard, Martin. Don't work too hard, Martin. I think we keep it with a simple good luck this time. Alright. I wanna check out these fancy rich people up there. Okay, now we're going up. Why can't we not go? Okay, I guess we can't just take the path. But I don't know if I can get involved with them. Down here? No. Maybe later when the sheep are gone, I'm not sure. Going on down here, even more sheep. But that seems to be it. Church and Druckers, yeah, then... What's going on over here? Klaus! Oh, what? He's the Drucker. Amazing, that was really cool. So yeah, Drucker is like printer. So printing with the, I should know this in English, but I don't know if like what Gutenberg invented in basically a couple of maybe 50 years, 1417 or 1450, the printing with the exchangeable letters, and it actually was highly influential for the time of Reformation, which we see right now, where ideas could spread super fast. And yeah, Nuremberg was one of the centers of this printing next in the southern German area next to Augsburg. So actually I had kind of also a paper on I had to write a paper on this 2 years ago. So interesting to see how things come up here. I'm really excited so far. And Klaus seems to be one of them, therefore he also has this different font. Morning Andreas, how's it going? Morning Klaus, another day at the Abbey, another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear you're still coming by for supper tonight, Mary and Bert. Love to see you. He's the one inviting us, okay. We really need to see these new woodcuts I have for Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. Till Eulenspiegel, the titular character of a popular 15th century book. Till is a prankster, continually exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He's also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching or eating his excrement. Ooh. I, of course, know the name, but I didn't exactly know about the works on him. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from... yeah, that's when we see what's coming into play. Adventure stories of a questionable moral repute. Your sloppy typesetting. Witch mania. Heresy. I think Witch mania. Oh god, don't say that, Andreas. We are less than a dice ride from Innsbruck. Innsbruck is capital of Tyrol, capital of the Austrian county of Tyrol, a major stop on the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Bavaria. It is the closest major city to Kirsau, Abbey and Tussing. Northerly is also the site of witch trials in 1485. Oh. So we're actually not that a little bit further from Nuremberg, so if we're quite close to that, maybe even the Benediction Abbey is referring to the one I'm very used to, so it's getting more interesting, but I'll wait to give you more of a judgment about that. None of you get people around here all worked up about witches again. Besides, don't talk about witches around Father Thomas, just a bad idea. Good to know. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Of course, thank you. Yeah, sure, come on. If you're invited, I'll go hard. Great, I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. No, the house is locked for now. Anything else we can talk about with Klaus? You see the wonderful Alps in the background. Morning, Andreas. Nothing else. Let's go to work. Thomas. God bless Master Maler. I hope your week is going well. So far we had a good breakfast and everything, so yep. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up to the hill to get to work. Yep. Good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? I do, but I've been working on sketches late at night, and Andreas, this is the abbot more than this is about more than your success in this life. There's another. And now the Richmond. Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Maler, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rotvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Yeah, Worms is in the Rhinelands, more or less. I think a prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River. Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. Yeah. What? We are 1518, right? Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors here were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and he returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck and it was terribly dull. Yeah, we already read it's the same, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. Yeah, we are in the time of 1518, we should be in the rule of Emperor Maximilian I, who also had a glass on. Oh, it's coming all together. And yeah, he's resided a lot in Innsbruck, actually. So I also, Innsbruck from here where I live, from close to Munich, is also like 1.5 hours max by car. So I also visit the city, really interesting place to be, and I would like to go even further, yeah, maybe soon. So, yeah, really nice, this game so far. An Imperial Diet is the assembly of 3 colleges of the Imperial Estates of the Holy Roman Empire, the Prince Electors, the princes and dukes and representatives of the Imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the Empire. Okay, that's where in Innsbruck right now, okay. The Emperor, was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him of the painter. Actually, also Maximilian I, what you maybe refer here to, was like actually a super strong supporter of the arts of humanism and also Renaissance, also writing and so forth. And he was one of the first Habsburg emperors that had a really strong understanding of his afterlife. So he created a lot of mystery and paintings, and he wanted to write a book himself. So he wanted to be understood as like an arts emperor and so forth. So yeah, he really understood also the impacts that it has for his legitimacy. Interesting stuff, really. And then I guess this is referring to him, who, if you don't know him, he was the grandfather to Charles V, who was the one that ruled the Habsburg Emperor, who was king of Spain and the Austrians or Holy Roman Empire. And Burgundy and so forth united them all and was the only one to rule them all jointly, or basically under his, also his brother was emperor later, but yeah. Interesting stuff, so interesting. Yeah. Oh, I think we're gonna go for Venice because we already have the background. How was Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. Why is this the first thing he talks about? The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Tizian in particular is a god. No offense, father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kiersau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. Who's Father Matthias? Abbot of Kiersau before Father Gernot, widely respected by monks and nuns as well as the people of Tassing, known for his kindness and his love of books. Okay. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of Historia Tassier, an account of the early history of Tassing. Kiersau previous abbot Father Matthias had a copy. Baron Rotvogel brought another to the abbey as a gift. Historia Tassier. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid we might even cause a bit of a scandal there. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot, and I have come to check on this progress. So Father Gernot is the current one, right? Okay, gonna meet him for sure. Oh my lord, if you have come to see a manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mahler here. Oh, not sure quite mastered. I still have Mary and be approved by our city con. It's an honor to meet you, my lord. Of course, we can connect about Venice and such. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping the Abbey Scriptorium. So learn something about Scriptorium also. A room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century. Okay. Ah, a Nuremberg artist working in an Abbey Scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. It will be remembered. Okay, wonderful. It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Yeah, we're kind of course, with the nobleman, influential man, we want to make good contact. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Oh, didn't we want to go to Klaus? Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What if he's going to what is he going to refuse us? Oh, he doesn't look so happy about the situation. Excellent, we will see you then. Michlaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take off my time talking with Master Mahler. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. Okay, here we go with Baron Rotvogel. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Okay, what do we see down here, by the way? This grave and his feet. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old not to be a master. Or not yet to be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Oh. Erfurt. Erfurt is one of the most populous cities in the empire and is located near its heart. It has been home to a respected university since 1379 and is a center of humanist thought. Oh, I didn't know that, to be honest, and I've never really been to Erfurt. It's a kind of a shame. Capital of Thüringen these days. It's not too far, I should go. Yeah. But I didn't know it was one such a huge medieval city, to be honest. Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Yeah, I mean... So guys, if you haven't heard about Martin Luther, priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg, controversial for his opinions on the church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. Well, this was apparently last year, since at least when they pinned them to the Church of Wittenberg, church door. According to legend. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him, did you? Just tell me. Oh no, he's a few years ahead of me. I don't know if this is like determining how we think on the long term, but in this case I think just for the conversation with our Baron here, I'm gonna say the first thing, because we want to use the connection to him for whatever comes up, I assume. But it's an interesting question, how does Andreas feel about religion? Is he a Catholic? He's from Nuremberg, is a free city, and I think in these areas Protestantism spread pretty fast, so... Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. Yeah, will be remembered. Okay, I agree wholeheartedly. I simply might meet him after I get the chance. Yeah, Lorenz, I think might be a good supporter for us in whatever we want to do. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Oh no, sorry, I wanted to... This is what he nailed, not the indulgences. Father Matthias has not above having a lively debate. Was not above. Okay, I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. So Matthias, okay, was very conservative or strict with the old ways. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Ha, no. My family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors as a child I could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone is between yet to come. Cicero, statesman, scholar, lawyer, renowned orator of the late Roman Republic, he's referred both in his contributions to Latin literature and his skill at rhetoric. Ficino. Marsilio Ficino was a 15th century Italian priest and humanist who was one of the leading figures of the Italian Renaissance. He is well known for his translations of the works of Plato into Latin. Erasmus of Rotterdam, a Dutch priest and philosopher who is preeminent among northern humanists. He is known for his works in Latin and Greek as well as calls for reform within the church. And Aristotle, of course, Greek philosopher and student of Plato, renowned as a polymath. He wrote a variety of subjects. His work is extensively cited by current scholars, and even more work is attributed to him with the could have ever written. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he's as well read as any university student. In truth, I'm simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now that, did you earn your... How then did you earn your doctorate? In truth, I'm simply happy to speak. Okay, now that's the first time that we did this. No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working toward a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what's your area of study? Theology. Andreas has strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Imperial law. Andreas knows the basic of factual systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire or medicine. I think imperial law suits him pretty well. Yep. I think that I like that choice. Law. I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. I never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A bit dull for my taste. Oh, sad. No, we didn't hit his taste. Besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law. Nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied this nonsense than learn it myself. Yeah, me for example. You. If you had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show up your face here again. Ottilia. Who was she again? Curse you, Lorenz, the Rotvogel. Perchtas, dogs. Puchtas, Perchtas, dogs tearing you two pieces would be too kind of fate. Okay. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? I think we can ask. Who knows? By the time I finished guessing, the old crown will probably be dead. Let's not overplay our cards. We want to partner up with him. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? The trivium and quadrivium. The trivium and quadrivium represent the lower and upper divisions of a classical liberal arts university education. Latin, grammar, logic and rhetoric from the trivium, arithmetic, geography, music and astronomy from the quadrivium. Did you have a favorite subject? A Latinist, strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. You can also easily recall sententia antiquae, quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republic and Empire. Logician. Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it. That's a spatial analysis and easily perform complicated calculations in his head. An orator. Andreas excelled at rhetoric in university. He's a skilled teacher, persuader and public speaker. An occultist. Sole endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge of alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Heavens and earth. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. He's also familiar with various plants and animals from study and personal experience. I think I like that. Or orator. I mean, there's no audience, otherwise I would give it up for the question, so now it's up for me to decide. I think we are a fan of the heavens and earth, and we are a curious person that does that a lot. I loved studying the natural world, my lord, both the heavens above and the wild spaces around us. Formerly, I studied as much astronomy as I could. It's incredible how much we've learned from both the Arabs and the Greeks. True, but even now we continue to discover more about what we can see within the celestial sphere. What began as pagan myths to explain our place in the world may help us understand our place in the heavens. And this may seem foolish, but I spent a lot of time in the wilderness learning about plants and animals. Really? Did the libraries of Erfurt not have enough herbals to satisfy your curiosity? I don't mean to malign or most august Greek and Roman authors, but the Materia Medica was written before the coming of Christ. The Materia Medica, a pharmacopoeia of book for creating compound medicines written by Pendanius Dioscorides, a Greek physician and botanist who was employed in the Roman army. The 5th volume text has been a primary source of botanical information for centuries. Surely there's more than we can learn about plants, insects and animals by observing them in nature. And beyond that, I simply have a love for wild places. While I do not share your academic interest in nature, I must admit that I sometimes enjoy the solitude of a walk in the woods. In your other studies, what was there anything you excelled at? Now we can do it again, and I already said I'm a narrator, skilled teacher, persuader and public speaker. The art of persuasion, naturally rhetoric. I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Yeah, Church Father Augustinus and Thomas Aquinas. Thomas Aquinas, immensely influential philosopher, theologian, and jurist in the tradition of scholasticism. I'm not 100% sure, but I thought scholasticism was one of the predecessors to humanism, so I thought these what he just mentioned before, the studies were scholastic, but I have to look that up. I'm happy if you correct me. Augustine, however, I also just read about him not that long ago. Saint Augustine of Hippo was an early Christian philosopher, theologian and bishop of Hippo Regius. That's like northern Africa, nowadays Annaba, I think in Tunisia, not far from Tunis, or Carthage. He's recognized as a doctor of the church and is most known for his works, The City of God and his autobiographic confessions, as well as development of the doctrine of original sin. True, we have a less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. Exactly, the doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind toward Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange, style and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid. Though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true, rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of a rural town in the Curia of Rome. In words about Rome. Though outshone by its northern neighbor Florence, Rome is still the seat of power for the Catholic Church and an impressive center for the arts. Well put. There's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place and its father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Kirsau at all? My family have been patrons of Kirsau for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago I heard the Kirsau still had a wonderful library in artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Well, there's not much left of these days, 2 old men, a young scribe and me. This is as good a place as any to create art. The artists that remain here are quite talented, a bit old-fashioned. Let's say that. Well, Kirsau is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But well, my family have been patrons of Kirsau for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript though through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no. I do know the artist well, the venerable brother Piero. How venerable. He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero was an incredible talent with color. And I very much look forward to seeing it. Alright. my mouth is getting really, really dry right now, and from all the talking and not drinking, so, and also has been quite some time. I think it's a very good moment to cut this very episode, or yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream right now since nobody has showed up that moment. It's not a problem, I did still enjoy it, and it's gonna be on YouTube anyway, so yeah. So if you guys enjoyed it, I would absolutely like to continue this here and there. Maybe not in a little bit different format. Maybe if I have an audience also for a bit longer. I'm not sure. Yeah, we will see what comes up and what comes to my mind. Let me know how much you enjoyed it, if you liked it. Are you just annoyed to see my face all the time? Would you rather see just the screen and so forth? Let me know, of course, if you have interest in watching this live as a further Twitch stream. Just let me know, maybe in the comments, when your time zone is, what would fit for you. Like, and we're not gonna make an appointment or anything, you know, but it would be interesting just so I can optimize on you guys also, so it's best for the audience. Apart from this, yeah, it was for me, it was really great. I really enjoyed the game and am eager to continue it. So let me know what you think, and of course, if you liked, it would be fantastic if you leave me a like and subscription to motivate you and keep the channel ongoing. Now that you also know the happy face behind that, and most importantly, see you next time with this Pentiment, or obviously on my other Let's Plays and videos out there, which are obviously going to continue. Thank you for watching this one, and see you then. Bye, your Strategy Wolf.